Now, when you actually run the game in class, what would happen is you would have these 3 students sitting up in front of the classroom. And what I would do first of all, back in Drive, I would right click on that student document that I made and share that with the student. So let's say student number 1 was Bob. You would share this with Bob. I'm not going to type anybody in here, but you would share that with them. Then they can edit that document. You notice I have those open right here. Share this one with whoever student number 2 is. Share that one with whoever student number 3 is. You could even have them make the document and share it with you, but this way it's all organized for you so it's ready to go when you need it. One other note, just a thought before we show how to actually play the game. I would keep all of this on my Chromebook, and this would not be projected to the class because you don't want the students to see what they write in these documents because the answers have to be anonymous. So what I would do is on my computer that's connected to the projector, I would also open up this slideshow, and then every change I make here will show up on it. But just keep in mind that this that you're seeing would not be projected to the class. So when it's time to play, the teacher would select one of these riddle templates, like what do you get if you cross blank with blank? And I already picked some of these just so I know this riddle. Let's say, what would you get if you crossed a cat with a mail carrier? We were playing one time and this was actually a question that came up. So you would show this to the class and to the contestants, and if you've read the rules from my blog, it explains all of this. They have 2 minutes to write some answers. So I'm pretending that these responses here are what the students wrote. So see, these shared documents would have what they typed in them showing up for you. The students wouldn't see these because you don't want them to know. They'll find out eventually who student number 1 is, and then they'll know who wrote this, and you don't want them to know. So what I would do is I would select this, and I'm just doing Control C to select it. And then back here, maybe I'd paste that in B. It doesn't really matter where you put this. Fur in your mailbox is what you'd get if you crossed a cat with a mail carrier. Mail, but only when the mail cat feels like delivering it. So I'm going to paste that here in response A, and then C, I'm just taking this one. Even more dogs chasing mail carriers. That would be that answer. Now when I read these off to the class, I always read the riddle, give a nice pause, and then read the response, and then we paste them in here. Now this is projected, and this is all the students would see in the classroom is this. And this is when you would give the vote. So I go into my creativity class, and I pick riddle number 1, and now I assign it. That goes out to the students. They would be signed in the classroom, and either maybe with their phones, any device, Chromebooks, iPads, whatever, and they'll see a notification down here that that assignment has come up, and they will vote. And when they vote on this, as they send in their votes, we don't have any responses yet, but you'll be able to see the responses. What you do after you get the votes, you'll see like the number of votes for A, B, and C, and that's how many votes the players get. So if this again was Bob, and let's say this was Sue and Mark, and let's say Bob had 10 votes, Sue got 6 votes, and Mark had 7. That's all you do. And you repeat that with different riddles as it explains in the rules for the creativity game. And after a certain number of rounds, whoever has the most votes wins the game. So that's how you can run it using only Google tools. And it, like I said, this is just one of the creativity games. I have many others that you'll find on this page of my site, and all of them could be used with those similar tools to get votes from the class and responses from your contestants.